Hi everyone, welcome back. Is OpenAI's new ChatGPT 4.5 really a game changer or just an overpriced update? So today we're going to put it to the test side by side with 4o to see if it's really worth it. Let's get into it. Let's just see what ChatGPT have said. OpenAI, we've released OpenAI GPT 4.5, our largest, most knowledgeable model yet. Building on GPT 4o, GPT 4.5 scales pre-training further and is designed to be more general purpose than our powerful STEM-focused reasoning models. So this is the latest model of in the sort of 3.5, 4o range. So it's not a reasoning model. It's not like O1 or O3 mini. It's the basic model that doesn't do that sort of pre-thinking before it gives you a response. Early testing has shown that interacting with 4.5 feels more natural. It's broader knowledge base, stronger alignment with user intent, and improved emotional intelligence. So it should feel a bit more human, I think, when you're working with it. So we'll be looking to see whether that's the case. Okay, so here we are in ChatGPT. If you go up to the model selector, you'll see that the normal model I use for most things, ChatGPT 4o. But if you go down, you've got ChatGPT 4o with scheduled tasks. And now you have ChatGPT 4.5 research preview, good for writing and exploring ideas. You've also got O1, O3 mini, O3 mini high, O1 pro mode. And if you want ChatGPT 4o mini and ChatGPT 4. So there's a lot. It's quite confusing. Now, my understanding is that OpenAI, when they bring out GPT-5, they will get rid of all these different models, and then there'll be some sort of selector so depending on the prompt that you give it, it will select the most efficient model to use. So let's hope that comes relatively soon, because at the moment, it's just a little bit confusing knowing which one to use for which particular task. Anyway, we're here to check out 4.5, this new research preview. So I guess whatever you see today, just assume it will get a little bit better, it will improve. But let's have a look at their new model. They've launched it, so we'll test it. So one of the things they say is that 4.5 is faster than 4.0. So I've got a very basic prompt here. Summarize the latest trends in AI in 100 words. Let's see what 4.5 does. So interestingly, it's searching the web. I haven't put web search on, but it's searching the web. That's interesting. So it's, I guess the fact that I've asked for the latest trends means that it's looking at, it thinks it needs to go and search the web to make sure it's got the latest update. And it talks about AI agents, generative AI, increased investment, regulatory developments, AI in business operations. It's given me a series of different references to go to. That's cool. I like that. So better, really good in terms of the sources. But yeah, pretty good. Let's see what 4o does with exactly the same prompt. 4o searching the web as well. So AI agents, generative AI, increased investment. AI agents, generative AI, increased investments, regulatory development, AI in business operations. The 4os give me exactly the same answer. Isn't quite as clever with the references, but they're there. The sources are there. And I think it was a bit quicker. All right, let's have a look at some other things. So back in 4.5 now, let's give it a logical reasoning test. So I've got a prompt here for train leaves London at 10 a.m, traveling at 80 kilometers an hour, and another train leaves 30 minutes later, traveling at 100 kilometers an hour. When will the trains catch up? We're in 4.5. Let's go. Okay, so it's breaking it down, the calculations. And this isn't the most complex of things to do. So let's see. I would expect to get it to get it right. I'd expect 4.0 to get it right. 2 hours. Final answer. The train catches up at 12:30. Cool. Let's try 4.0 and see if there's anything different. Any difference there? Honestly, it feels quicker doing the same thing. Gives me the same answer. Yeah, 12:30. Not a big difference there. In fact, 4.0 is quicker. It's interesting. Okay, let's see if we can get it to hallucinate. If it gets this wrong, I'll be shocked. So, who won the 2028 FIFA World Cup? It's searching. So, it hasn't obviously worked out that that's a time in the future. There's no World Cup in 2028. Okay, next scheduled World Cup is in 2026. So, let's see if 4.0 gives me a similar answer. There is no 2028 FIFA World Cup. Most recent World Cup was in 2022, won by Argentina. The next tournament is scheduled for 2026 in Canada, Mexico, and the United States. Good luck with that. They're not the best mates so far. The following world after that will be in 2030. Neither of them hallucinated. Let's see if I can push it to hallucinate. Okay, let's see if we can force it into hallucinating. So at 4.0, I'm in 4.0 this time. Who was the sole survivor of the Titanic? Now, there was over 700 survivors. Around 710 people survived. Gave me the some famous ones, but it did say that 710 people survived. Let's see whether 4.5 gives me anything different. Who's a sole survivor on the Titanic? There was no sole survivor on the Titanic. Okay, so let's try and force a hallucination. I've created a prompt. Tell me about the following types of British apples: Cox's Orange Pippin, Egremont Russet, Coventry Basher, and Bramley's Seedling. This is 4.5. Let's see what we get. Now, the Coventry Basher is completely made up, doesn't exist. So let's see if it picks out that one of them is false or whether it tries to give me an answer. Developed in England, 19th century by Richard Cox, medium-sized. Egremont Russet, Bramley Seedling, Coventry Basher. Couldn't find any information on this apple variety named Coventry Basher. It's possible it's a local or colloquial name not widely documented. All right, so it worked out that that wasn't a real apple. Let's see if the same thing happens in 4.0. See if it will be more likely to try and make up an answer. Cox's Orange Pippin, Egremont Russet, Bramley Seedling. Couldn't find any information. Again, doesn't seem to be any better or actually any worse. It was fine. It gave me a proper answer. Okay, so in an attempt to try and force a hallucination, I've created a prompt. Which of these varieties and why would be the better apple for an apple pie? Please discuss the ones you disregard. Cox's Orange Pippin, Egremont Russet, Coventry Basher, and Bramley Seedling. See if it still picks out that Coventry's Basher is just. So the Bramley Seedling is the best one, high acidity. Cox's Orange Pippin, not ideal for an apple pie. Egremont Russet, not ideal for an apple pie. Coventry Basher, insufficient information. Oh, it didn't hallucinate. Let's try 4.5. Same answer. There's a good reason why not. No reliable information available. Cool. So I haven't been able to get with a number of prompts to try and make both 4.5 and 4.0 hallucinate. We know that they can, but I haven't been able to produce a prompt that can force either of them to hallucinate. So it might be better. I just haven't found a prompt to prove that, but 4.0 also seems pretty good. Okay, so one of the things that 4.5 is supposed to be better at is image recognition. So I have an image here. I'm going to load it in. It's an image, famous image from the last few days. And I'm going to say, describe what's happening in this image in detail. Let's see what 4.5 does. Very famous image. 3 men seated in what appears to be a formal meeting room. Central figure wearing a navy suit, a red tie, speaking and gesturing with one hand. Just as explaining or emphasizing a point. The man on the left, dressed in dark clothing, is listening intently, seated upright with his arms resting on his legs, giving the impression of seriousness or attention. Third man on the right, wearing a dark suit and tie, also appears to be actively engaging in the conversation. Setting looks official, possibly governmental, indicated by the flags and formal flourishings like chairs, a decorative table. Body language suggests an important or possibly sensitive discussion taking place. You can say that. Let's have a look at what 4.0 gives us with exactly the same issue. Put this in here and just paste that. See what we get. Cannot directly analyze the image, but I can provide a general description. Formal political meeting between 3 individuals. Central figure wearing a suit. Setting appears official, possibly a governmental office. Interesting that, is there a lot of difference? I feel like it. And it didn't spot who these people were. File. See what deep research does. So this is deep research. So you do have to pay your $200 a month to have deep research. As you know, I think it's amazing. It is much slower, but honestly, much better. So I tried deep research and it took 12 minutes. It went through 18 sources and it thought the picture was a post-election alliance meeting in Najaf, Iraq in June 2018. What a load of crap. All right, so ChatGPT, not great, either at 4.5, either at 4.0, or at deep research at looking at pictures and describing them. Fail all round. And I should just say, drop that into Perplexity, you get the answer in about 3 seconds, and it gets it absolutely right. So if you want to look at images, don't use OpenAI, just use Perplexity. Bang, it was there. Much better. Okay, so next thing is that GPT 4.5 is supposed to be better at more human. So let's give it a prompt. Give me a motivational speech to boost my confidence before a big presentation. Always need that. Let's see what we get from 4.5. Again, it's thinking a bit. I wonder if it's just a little bit slow because lots of people are playing with it and trying it out. You've done your work, you're prepared, you know your material, exactly where you should be. Remember, the audience is there because they want to hear from you. They value your insight and expertise. You're not here by accident. You belong here. Focus on clarity, keep it simple, and remember that confidence grows from authenticity. Speak naturally, believe in your words, and your audience will too. Take a deep breath, stand tall, and deliver what you've worked hard to master. You've got this. Very good. I like that. Let's have a look at what 4.0 would give me. Same prompt. Standing on the edge of the stage. Moment that matters. A moment where your voice, your ideas, your expertise come to life. You've done the work. You know the content. You're ready. Forget perfection. Focus on connection. I like that. Your audience isn't here to judge you. They're here to learn from you. They want you to succeed. Breathe deeply. Stand tall. Speak with purpose. You are the authority in this room. Nerves don't mean weakness, they mean you care. Channel the energy, its presence into passion, into power. Go out there and own it, you've got it. 4.5, it's just a bit more human. It's a bit less bollocky, I think. Okay, it's a bit better in that area. Cool. Okay, let's try that humanizing thing again. So created a prompt. I'm feeling really down today. Can you cheer me up? Let's see what 4.5 gives us. Sorry you're feeling down. It's tough. Here are a few ideas that might help you lift your spirits. Watch something funny. Move your body. Bit of exercise. Connect with someone. Do something small that you enjoy. Write it out. Quickly jot down your feelings. Remember, it's completely okay to feel down sometimes. If you'd like to chat more to distract yourself with a fun fact or puzzle or even a silly joke, let me know. Nice, practical, pretty straightforward. Let's see what you would get from 4.0. So you're feeling down. Sometimes best thing is just a little distraction, different perspective, quick laugh, simple win, something random, thought to keep. Made it through 100% of your worst days so far. That's a solid track record. Day feels bad. Consider doing something totally unnecessary but funny. Write an email in the style of Shakespeare. Dress up in your most ridiculous outfit just to answer the door. Rename your Wi-Fi to CIA van number 42 just to confuse the neighbours. I mean, they're different. I do think 4.5 is a bit more human, and 4.0 feels a bit more nerdy, but it doesn't feel like a massive difference. Maybe over a long period of time, it will feel much better. But right now, it's better, but not massively different. Okay, so the big elephant in the room is that the OpenAI's pricing structure for 4.5 is, well, bonkers. So here we have the different OpenAI models, and per 1 million input tokens and 1 million output tokens. So for GPT 3.5, 50 cents, $1.50. GPT-4, $30 and $60. That's pretty expensive. Quite sure why that is so expensive. In fact, I don't believe that it is. 4.0 mini, and I use that quite a lot. So 15 cents and 60 cents. Even GPT-4o, $2.50 and $10. GPT 4.5. And you've seen in this video how much difference there is between 4.0 and 4.5, i.e. not really a lot. $75 and $150 for the output tokens. The highest pricing. Not just the highest, I mean just ridiculously high. I just don't know how that is a sustainable pricing model for OpenAI. They've just got that wrong. It cannot be right. Okay, there you go. ChatGPT 4.5. Am I missing something? Is it really that much better? It's certainly not that much better given the ridiculous price they're charging. Now, perhaps it is just that this is the first few days of this model being released, and we'll see massive improvements over the next few days, and I hope we do. And if we do, I will bring them to you as soon as they become evident. But right now, just not that much better than 4.0. I just don't see the benefits of it. I don't know why ChatGPT have decided to put out a new model with all the fanfare that goes around that. It's just a bit meh. This is, I think, the first sort of major misstep that I've seen from OpenAI. All the other advances that we've seen seem to, there's always been a step. There's always been something that I can pick out and say, wow, that really makes a difference. Whether it's deep research, whether it's Canvas, whether it's the use of projects, the different models. But 4.5, just don't think it's very much better. And at the price that they're putting it at, just doesn't make sense. Anyway, let me know what you think. Let me know what I'm missing in the comments below. With DeepSeek coming out, with a new version of Claude coming out, with Perplexity putting its deep research on, with even the models that ChatGPT have produced, 4.5 feels like just a mistake. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please smash me a like and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll catch you soon. Bye bye for now.